Hello students, presently we are dealing with Badal Sarkar's Beyond the Land of Hattamala, an interesting play written by this author. And in the previous couple of classes, I dealt with the general introduction to the author, that is Badal Sarkar, and subsequently I talked about the thematic concerns and the plot of the play Beyond the Land of Hattamala. This play is also known as Hattamalar Opera, and the first performance of this play was held on 22nd of July 1977. In fact, it was organized by Shatabdi, the Theosophical Society Hall, Kolkata, Bengal. So this is really an interesting story about two major characters in the play, that is Kenaram and Becharam. Actually, you can call it Kena and Becha. Right in the beginning of the play, if you really go through the text, you will realize that the author has provided a lot of masala from the beginning itself. And that's why the curiosity of the reader, and of course, the curiosity of the audience, if at all you are watching it on the stage, is continued right from the beginning till end. The play opens like this. Kenaram and Becharam, these two are the thieves, professional thieves. They made an in vain attempt of robbery in a village. But unfortunately, the owner and the people living in the neighborhood realized that something was definitely going wrong, and the dogs were also barking differently. So the people or the villagers started shouting, "Thief, thief, catch the thief," and all, and they started running after these two. Now your Kenaram and Becharam run away from the place in panic, and they wanted to hide themselves somewhere. But the villagers, those who constantly ran after Kenaram and Becharam, actually this particular scene, or the way it is really presented by the author, dramatized by the author, it creates an interest in the play. Both of them are constantly running. 4 villagers, those who are in pursuit of these 2. And now these 4 villagers, right in the beginning of the play, make a dialogue among themselves. Because Kenaram and Becharam both are disappeared and they are seen nowhere in the darkness. And finally, the villager 1, 2, 3, and 4, both of them are talking among themselves. One says that where are they now? Where did they go? In which direction did they go? The second one says they came this way, probably they might have gone the other side. Third one inquires whether he is sure about it. The fourth one says that he thinks that they went that particular way. So likewise, there is a dialogue among these 4. On the other hand, you have Kenaram and Becharam. Becharam calls Kenaram Dada. See, it's an understanding between the 2. Maybe Kenaram is a little elder to Becharam, that's why Becharam is calling Kenaram Dada. Oh, Dada, where do we go? As you know, villagers are running after these 2 thieves. They have no place to hide. Anyhow, they are trying to, hide themselves somewhere. But still, that chase is going on. And this was questioned by Becharam to Kenaram. Oh, Dada, where do we go now? Very spontaneously, Kenaram answers that, okay, let us go to that cowshed. Now both of them went to the cowshed. They tried to hide themselves. But this Kenaram, grimacingly, very much angry, he says, I quote, then where do you want me to use my jenny? On Dukhiram Bagdi's thatched hut? See here. These 2 are talking about once they hide themselves in the cowshed, now they are among the cows. Cows have also become restless after realizing some strange person enter into their premises. They started making some noise. In between, Becharam tells Kenaram that I told you not to rob the Zamindar's house. Before attempting the robbery, Becharam has advised Kenaram that we should not approach, we should not go to the Zamindar's house in order to rob him. But Kenaram said that you want me to go to Dukhiram Bagdi's thatched hut. So this was the answer given by Kenar. It means Zamindar is a wealthy person in the village. If at all you want to have some valuable stuff, ornaments, money, then you should approach only to the wealthy people's houses in order to rob them. And so he says, instead of going to the Zamindar's house, you want me to take you to Dukhiram Bagdi's thatched hut where you get nothing. So this way, there was a dialogue between the two. Anyhow, they could hide themselves in the cow shed. But what happens? The cows started making noise because the unseen strange people are found there. The cows started feeling uncomfortable, and that's why they started making noise. It was realized by the owner's wife, and she came out of the house. As soon as she came out, these two, that is Kenaram and Becharam, those who are hiding over there in the cow shed, of course they put an effort or make an effort to run away. But in between, so many mosquitoes were biting these two. So Becharam complains that the mosquitoes are biting a lot, it's very difficult to stay back here. And then Kenaram says, you want me to get a mosquito net for you? So anyhow, in between, you get such kind of humor or such kind of hilarious moments in the play. As soon as the lady came out and she realizes that there is someone in the cow shed, she started making noise. And of course, the moment she realizes that there is someone, thief, okay, as soon as it was realized by Kenaram and Becharam, now very quickly they ran from the cow shed also. So of course, these four were there. Those who were searching for these two thieves, in the course of time, they also came over there and they started following these two. So finally what happens? Kenaram and Becharam did not find any hideout for themselves and consequently started running towards the river. There is a river nearby the village, and since they could not go back because four villagers were following them, they did not find any secure hideout or hiding place, so they could not hide there also. Finally, Becharam and Kenaram decided that they would jump into the river. In fact, they had a doubt also. If at all they get into the cold water of the river and they are found in the turbulent current of the water, what will happen to their life? But they thought that instead we are caught by the villagers and severely beaten up, it's better to lose our life in the turbulent current of the river. And finally, they jumped into the water of the river. As you know, a few villagers were following them. They came after these two, they came even near to the bank of the river and saw that these two are there into the water. So finally, there is again an interesting dialogue among these four, that is the four villagers. And the fourth villager says, give the devils their due. They know how to handle their Jemmy, all right, both of them. Actually, what happened? They realized that these two, that is Becharam and Kenaram, both are getting drowned in the water. With that assumption, they say. Now you see, there is a second villager, villager number 2. He says, now let us say, hurry for them and go home. You know, after the death of an individual among the Hindus, when the corpus or the dead body is being taken to the funeral yard, generally we say, or we pronounce the name of Lord Rama, right? Since the story and the background, whatever we could read over here, it is related to Bengal. So the people over there chant Hari Bol Hari, the usual chanting at the time of the corpus is being taken for cremation. And this kind of chanting is done by the people, those who are accompanying the dead body to be taken to the cremation. Hari Bol Hari, Hari Bol Hari. Like this. So they assume that these two are no more now and they are drowned into the water. But that is not the fact. What happens? These two are very much alive, but you know, the author has also given a kind of twist here. And in between, they are also found to be getting drowned because such kind of sounds are being pronounced here, cluck, cluck, kind of thing, as if the water is getting into their body. But both of them are still alive and they keep asking each other. Kenaram asks Becharam, are you alive? And the same is being inquired by the other person also. So this is how is the development which is continuously going on. And finally, in the turbulent current of the river, they are taken away, far away from the spot or the village where they jumped into the river. And now, after being over there in the turbulent current of the river for long, they found themselves on the bank of a river, and that too at such a place that they never saw. So when I was going through the play, I feel like this is one of the important sections of this play. Since they ran away from the village, they jump into the water of the river, and now they are landed on a new land. So what is that new land? Whether it is Kolkata or whether it is some other place, I too don't know. But maybe in the next class, that is tomorrow, I'll let you know what actually happens with Becharam and Kenaram. Whether they are alive or they are dead or they come to a new place. And when the author is saying like beyond the land of Hattamala, and whether they are getting into the fairy land or another place which is unknown to everybody, that I too don't know. that the text of the play will reveal, and that I will let you know, of course, in the next class. Thank you very much.